I have another story. Anywho, so after that Richmond incident, it was some years go by or whatever, and I was hanging around this girl named Key. I ain't even gonna say her whole name. And she had this dude's car. And I guess she was looking for females to come with her back to Oakland. Ooh, Oakland is a place where I will not go. I'm sorry, I had bad experiences there and will not go. No. Mm-mm. So anyway, she comes to my house. And she like, hey girl, what you doing? She's like, come, you busy? I was like, no, I'm just in the house, I'm just chilling. She was like, could you come ride with me a couple of places or whatever? And I was like, okay, I ain't doing that. And so I go hop in the car, whatever. We in the city. We ain't leave the city. We in the city. She rolling around, going here, handling that, you know what I'm saying? And then she like, okay, I'm done or whatever. I was like, okay, cool. So she comes to drop me off back at home. So when we pull up in front of my house, right? And then she goes, can you come with me to Oakland? And I was like, ooh, girl, no. Like, I'm not going to Oakland. And she was like, why not? I said, I don't feel like going to Oakland. I don't feel like, you know what I'm saying? I don't. And she was like, please. Did that little beg thing. And I'm like, I'm not going. So I opened up the car door. And, I'm about to get out. And she was like, please, please, please. I was like, no, I'm not going to Oakland. She said, okay, well, never speak to me again. And I looked back at her and I said, okay. Got out the car, closed it, and she peeled off. Bye, bitch. You will never get me in Oakland, ho. And one thing about this girl, when I used to hang around her or whatever, like a lot, I thought she was like a cool chick because she seemed like a cool chick. But this chick, like, I noticed that she just started like studying me and started like, she would always trip off of like everything I had on over. Like she liked it. She started to like almost like envy me. You know what I'm saying? And I picked up on her energy. And then she even stole some money out of my mother's purse. But she did pay it back. She gave it to me though. You know what I'm saying? She had went out with this dude, and I was starting to think to myself, why in the hell would you go out with him? You know what I'm saying? He like one of those payday dudes. How you gonna go out with him and come back broke? Because he one of them dudes that actually, he give females money. That, go out with him and stuff or whatever. I know because a few girls that I used to hang around with used to, and they, he let bitches use cars and all the shit. And I'm like, how she come back broke? She came back from with him, and she knocked on my, threw a rock at my window, and I came down, let her in, and I let her, she was downstairs like on the couch or whatever, just laying on the couch or whatever. But my mother's purse was down there, and she went in my mother's purse and stole my mother's money. It wasn't a lot.